Good Saturday morning, boys and girls out there on the internet YouTube channel world. Today we're doing something I've been putting off like well over a year, and I thought it's time to tackle it, and it should be the last thing before I tackle the brakes. And that, of course, is the solid steering rack bushing. So let's go ahead and roll the intro, and we'll get into it. All right, good morning, guys. So today we're doing something, it's relatively simple, and I've seen no real concrete evidence either way if it works or doesn't work. I've seen conflicting things on Corvette forums since like 2008, reading about it in the past year, from people saying it makes a huge difference, no difference, makes the ride worse, makes it better, etc. So I got the damn thing, and I'm going to put it in for you guys. And if you're not familiar, it's just a solid steering bushing that goes in one side of the rack. There's two bolts in the rack that are bolted to the frame. One is already a solid bushing. The other one is a rubber bushing. And given the other side solid, I don't know how much this could actually help the steering feel, but some people say it does. So we'll find out. And it's just a machined aluminum bushing that you're going to replace the rubber one with. It's pretty simple, from what I understand, to put in and the instructions they give. It's a total of 3 bolts we're going to undo, and you're going to need a Dremel tool. I think that's it. I'll walk you through the steps, of course. I paid like $40 for this like a year ago. There'll be a link in the description below if you want to do this, if it is a success. And once we finish this, we'll go for a ride. I'll give you my opinion. It does come with some literature on how to install it. It's very, very elementary, to the point, crude. 3 pages worth. It doesn't seem hard. So, I already got this guy up on ramps, and we'll jack it up a little more in the middle. We do got to take the intermediate from the column to the rack off, and you will need some Loctite when you put it back on, so be cognizant of that as well. And again, I'll show you all the steps as we go through. It's not too involved. I don't know. I have no expectations. I think if anything, this might make the ride a little more harsh, because honestly, I think the one side, on the passenger side, the point of the rubber bushing is to kind of dampen the road feel. But if you like more of a road feel, this might be the ticket. But we'll find out. Worst case, I'll put the old one back in. So I'm going to shut up, and we will go to the car and start taking things apart. Okay, so the first of 3 bolts we're going to undo is actually on the rack itself. That little guy, we got to undo. It's a 13 millimeter, and I'm using a bunch of extensions. It works. And I come in from over here. You can see it right in the middle of your screen. That's the bolt, and I go through this belt right here. Boom, 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 and you can get it that way. It's kind of hard to see, but it's not, once you look at it in real life, it's not too bad. So go ahead and get that guy out real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, that was easy enough. As you can see, when you put this back on, make sure you put Loctite, because this thing has a tendency of backing itself off and giving you some sloppy steering wheel feel. And down here you can see, once you get it off, this thing comes right off. It's so hard to see, I'm sorry guys. And it lays right there. And you can see the rack right there. So this top side is good to go. Now we got 2 bolts underneath the car we're going to tackle right now. All right, underneath the car here, there's 2 bolts we got to take out. Both 18 millimeter with nuts on the other side. So this is one right here. And then this is on the passenger side. And the driver's side, there's one right there. And for reference, I'm in the front of the car looking back. It's the back of the car, front of the car, this way. Very easy to get to. And then after we get these off, it's just a matter of using some kind of pry bar or prying tool to move the rack up a couple inches. And then take out the old bushing. Dremel it if we need to, because some of them have a little ridge per the instructions. If not, it slips right in. And then we slip this guy right back down. We torque it down, and we're almost done. So let me get these 2 18 millimeter bolts out. And again, over there, and boom, and I'll be back. All right, both bolts out with no drama. It always makes me nervous when things go too easy. You know what I mean? So waiting for that oh shit moment to come. So next thing we got to do is some sort of pry bar, or we got long extension. You got to get underneath the rack here, right underneath where the bolt is, and we're going to push it up, and I'll show you how it looks when you got it pushed up. All right, so this is going way too smoothly. But yeah, it came right out. You just kind of put your pry bar right underneath here where it meets the frame or the crate or whatever, and you kind of push it up and to the right, and it'll slide right over. And the bushing came right out, no drama. And then you can see it's a rubber bushing, and we're going to place it with this guy right here, which is 2 pieces. And make sure that on this, there's one side that has a little flat kind of edge right there, and that's going to go right there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in and show you how it looks. All right, it's in right there. This was anything but quick and dirty. So slow and clean, I guess that's the opposite of that. But yeah, I had to shave the hell out of it with sandpaper going around it. The tolerances on this thing is tight. Inside the dowel, which it runs in, I had to sand that out. The outside of the bushing, and getting the damn thing back in there, because we're talking there was 0 room at all, which is good. So there's 0 slop. I had to use a small sledge and a series of pieces of wood to knock the rack back in. Took about 30 minutes of just tapping it. Man, that was a production. It's always a little job. You think it's gonna be quick and dirty. It never is. So I got the bolts through. It's gonna go. Gotta tighten up on the back side. Get the rack up there squared away, and we're gonna go for a little ride. All right, we're all buttoned up here. It's nighttime. I apologize. It's gonna be a little dark, but you can hear me, and I'll tell you how it feels. So let's go ahead and go for a little stroll around the block. I have a weird work schedule right now, so I'm up like all hours of the night. It's like 3 in the morning, and my neighbors probably hate when I do this, but you know, it's for YouTube. Alright, so my initial reaction, even pulling out of the driveway, it feels much tighter. You can feel the road a lot more. Not bad. It's only been about half a mile. I'm not sure if it's all in my head, but it feels really good. But I want to get up to about 55 real quick and just cruise for a second, see how it feels on the highway. But yeah, feels good. I'll be back in a second. All right, cruise at about 65. It feels good. You feel the road a lot more. It definitely takes a lot of the numb sensation you have coming from the road to the wheel that I've always hated in the C5. It's not perfect, but definitely a noticeable difference that I like. So I am going to call this a win. A $40 upgrade that I think if little things like this bother you, I think you'll appreciate it. It's not a terrible job. Just know putting the bushing back in the damn rack, or the rack back into frame, pain in the ass. Outside of that, not a terrible job, but just be ready to fight with the bushing and sanding it a little bit. Other than that, not a hard job. No, I'm very happy with it. And to make sure when you put your steering bolt back in your rack from your wheel, all the intermediate connector, you put Loctite. I cannot stress enough, put Loctite on that bolt, because that bolt loves to work itself out of that little turnbuckle there. So yeah, I think it's a total win. Hope you guys found this informative, and hopefully this time next week I will be putting the Willwood brakes on. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna do 4-piston or 6-piston up front, 4-piston in the back, but it's like 3-day shipping, so I'll have them here by next week. So all right guys, go enjoy your weekend. I might see you guys this week for a quick little update video, but TBD on that. All right guys, go enjoy your weekend. Mark out.